Hello and welcome to today's video, which is all about the horrors that gas engineers find when they're out there doing their job. Now, let's get on with it. For this section, is it a flue or is it a gun? Is that an anti-tank missile, a gun, or a vertical flue on its side? Are we looking at a battleship's turret, or are we looking at two flues just coming out over the top of a door? Please could you just answer me one question? Why? Is this an air-to-air missile, or is it the flue off a Valent boiler? And finally, just what were they thinking? In this next section, I like to call it, Who Came First? So who came first? The vent, the air brick, or the boiler flue? What about this one? Was it the upper head, the waste pipe, or the boiler flue? And no, this does not make it legal because you've stuck the flue 300mm out of the wall to get it away from the air vent. It's still wrong, whichever way you look at it. Now that's a novel way of heating your conservatory up. Just let your flue go into your conservatory and use the products of combustion to warm the room. Genius. Who came to site first, the gas engineer or the conservatory builder? And finally in this section, my money is on the boiler was there before the carport. Now from the pictures you've just seen, flues are a big problem for gas engineers when they're going out servicing boilers. Not a lot of them are installed in the correct location, but they're still most of the time not dangerous, unless we've got products of combustion coming back into the room. What did you think, Warwick? Rubbish! Anyway, let's get on with it. This next section is all about cookers from hell. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with my cooker. It's only temporary, the push fit fitting. It's alright, isn't it? My cooker broke. I couldn't afford a new one, so I bought this off eBay. What do you mean it can't go there? And it doesn't matter if a knob's missing, does it? Now where hobs are concerned, this is the most common thing we find. Somebody using flexible tap connectors or water fittings to connect hobs up. As you can see here, we've got quite a few pictures proving this. And if you haven't got a flexible tap connector to install your hob illegally, why not use a bit of garden hose, Jubilee clip and plenty of silicone. And these brand new appliances now where you get two in one, so you get your washing machine and your hob together. And all cookers require a stability chain or bracket, but actually secured to the wall, not to the gas pipe. And those famous words uttered by the customer, "Can you come and service my cooker?" Not a chance. And gas cooker bayonets need to be installed around 750mm off the floor without manufacturer's instructions, so the hose doesn't touch the floor. Not install them on the floor. Now from this batch of pictures, I'm sure you can see cookers are a really big problem for gas engineers. And I think the main reason for that is cookers don't need to be registered under building control. So I think a lot of DIYers and kitchen fitters like to think they can install cookers and hobs. But as you can see from the pictures, that's not really the case, is it? That's handy. Anyway, now shall we get on with some more? This section I like to call Builders from Hell, or are they just the devil? Now from these next couple of pictures you're going to see this is pretty commonplace, where the builder has half built the extension and not had the boiler flue sorted out beforehand, and they get you in halfway through the construction and say, oh, can you move the flue or can you move the boiler? But most of the time it's been running like this for a few weeks, and it can be incredibly dangerous, like this picture where the flue actually terminates underneath a bedroom, and they're still running it and they're saying it's fine because the door's missing. But look at this boiler, not even secured, and they've used a bit of waste pipe to get the flue out of the way, and probably the most ingenious way of getting the products of combustion out we've ever seen is this one, and they think it's okay when obviously it isn't. Now, as you can see from those batch of pictures, when you're having an extension done at home, you really need to be thinking about the existing boiler, where it's positioned, and does it need a new one or moving before the extension starts to be built. Big spider, innit? We met on the web. You don't want to get it angry, because it'll just go up the wall. Next section's about gas meters. Hope your meter at home isn't as frightening as these. Now, gas meters, most of the time, out of sight, out of mind. But we can't have a corroding gas meter. Also, gas meters don't work very well when they're underwater, so always make sure your meter cupboard door is intact. Now on this one, who came first? The electrician or the gas man? Hopefully it was the gas man and it's the electrician who's at fault. But this definitely is the electrician's fault. You can't go sticking an earth cable through the side of a meter box. It needs to come through the bottom of the meter box where the knockouts are. And gas meters need to be secured with a bracket, not a few bits of strap banding around the pipe. And you also need access to your ECV. So if you're having a new kitchen fitted and your gas meter's in a cupboard, make sure you can get to the ECV. It's important. Also, with a gas meter, we need to be able to read the figures so you can be billed. So good luck with these two then. And when a gas pipe exits the back of a meter box, the pipe needs to be in a sleeve, and it also needs to be sealed. And how to save yourself £1,000 on getting a gas meter moved when you have an extension. Just bury it under your kitchen floor. Now normally gas meters aren't the responsibility of gas engineers, they're the responsibility of the gas supplier, or our ESP, emergency service provider, which is Cadent here in the northwest. So if you find a dodgy gas meter, you need to report it to your gas supplier, not your gas engineer, because they're not responsible. Have you met Tomcat before? He's a lovely little pussy. Up next is the Boiler Horror Show, and hopefully none of your boilers are in these pictures. Now here we have a lovely Logic boiler. Shame we can't say that about the pipework though. Now this boiler is a prime example of why we need inspection hatches now when flues are boxed in. Because they didn't use clips here, they used bricks. More ingenious work. Just amazing. And this is what happens to boilers when you don't fix the brackets on the wall correctly. They just fall off. And boiler condensate pipes need to be made of plastic, not copper. Copper will just rot. And finally, copper pipes aren't very gas tight if you don't solder them up properly. And where gas is concerned, I think this is very dangerous, don't you? Now that's my little Halloween special. Hope you've enjoyed it. So it's goodbye from me and it's goodbye from him. Bye bye. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.